I'm getting my coffee, getting my coffee. What? What? I don't understand this. I fill it all the way up to here, but it always is below the fourth line. Where does all the water go? It doesn't leak out like steam. My decaf. Decaf coffee. These last few days, I've been having to work on someone else's car because they did exactly what I told them not to do. Do not turn the air conditioner on. You know what they did? Constantly turn the air conditioner on. I realize now. I realize that giving instructions to certain people is a waste of time. You have to actually force them. What I should have done was I should have just disconnected the AC unit in the car, and the whole thing would have been averted. The whole thing blew up. There's a fireball under the car. I don't know what else to say with that. Don't know what else to say. Positive affirmations. You ever met one of those people that always expect you to be positive no matter what, but anytime they go to a store or a service center, they'll take it the worst news. Oh, that's going to cost you $5,000. This and this is wrong. And they'll smile through the whole thing. And then they'll yell at you when you tell them that you told them so. Or they'll call you an asshole. It's kind of hypocritical. It's kind of a duality, if you will. The people, they expect bad news from people that they're paying. But if they're not paying you and you're a friend, you're always expected to be extremely bipolarly cult-like positive. It doesn't make any sense to me. It never did. I understand people. Some days you wake up and your whole body aches and you're in super amount of pain. And you just tell people, listen, I'm in pain, I'm probably going to start a fight with you. Just ignore me. And that literally, it just makes it so much easier to just say those words. But some people don't have that ability. And they will continue to fight, no matter what. It's like a dog trying to get something. Anyway, the compressor blew up in the car, and it had to be towed, which was, you know, $150 down the drain. We got a new one. Here's the odd thing about this. They beat the crap out of it, by the way. See, this is what it came in. The box looked like somebody attacked it with a bat. I guess when you order heavy stuff, you know, people get angry. This has to go back. This doesn't work. I ordered a bunch of other parts that I needed to replace. Something was broke, and you fixed it. I guess. Riveting conversationalist. I've never met someone who was a riveting conversationalist. I've met someone who just talks to themselves constantly, out loud, without any regard for who's listening. And then they go into tantrums, like an 8-year-old child that's been denied a toy when you tell them to shut up, because you can't take it anymore. Come on. Who's out there? What are you doing? Huh? Mr. Big Bad Cop in the Bee. Big B! I don't need no stinking hive. I'll just drill a hole in wood. He's not going to like this wood. It's all new and treated. So it probably all tastes disgusting. Every year you got to fill holes in because carpenter bees. I'm sure there's something you could spray on there to treat it, but there's some jackhole on the internet selling that information. Call now. Our operators are standing by. Oh, you're right. They don't talk Southern anymore. Call now. Our operators are standing by. Politically incorrect. Anyway, I got a kit. It had O-rings in it, 2 TXV valves, and a compressor. And so what I did was I bought a kit to flush the AC lines. And everyone says that it's completely worthless. Don't even bother flushing the lines. But I did anyway. I enjoy flushing the lines. It was what was supposed to be done the first time, but it wasn't. This is the compressor. Take a look at this. See that? It blew up in the car. So all this stuff has to be cleaned because it's the air intake. Huh. I guess you can't see it because it's not light adjusting. But this thing smells, man. It smells like an electrical fire. Look at this. Oh man, I can't see it. That is toast. Complete toast. It literally blew up. It's a good thing that it didn't kill the PCU on it. The electronic control module, the ECM. I've already replaced that twice on the car. Look at that. I have no idea what the failure point was, but this thing is locked. This camera don't show it, but this thing is off kilter. You can see it's bent, and it will not turn. It's absolutely locked up. Totally blew the belt to pieces. And there's, as far as I can tell, there's no oil in it, which is odd. So I ordered some PAG. Put that in. I'm going to try taking this apart, which means I got to get the special compressor puller. See if I can't rebuild it. You know, just to have a backup. Because, you know, eventually the other one will go to shoot. Somebody's hunting. I'm not sure if they can hunt that close or not, but... Do you have to... Huh? Big dumbass bee. What is your point? Yes. You're on camera. Go away. There's no place to nest here. Alright. Anyway, it's about personalities. I've always lived by the rule that you should treat people how you wish to be treated, but it doesn't always translate well. And, you know, I'm intelligent enough to figure that out, because some people expect, they absolutely expect you to behave a certain way, regardless of how they behave. So, you know, you're both in pain, your joints hurt. One of them is constantly bitching and complaining about everything, and then you snap, and you tell them to shut the fuck up, right? You got a right to do that, and I can understand that situation. Anyone would want to put tape over someone's mouth when all that comes out of it is verbal diarrhea. That's understandable. I understand it. That's why I remain silent. When I don't talk, it's because I'm in a bad mood. And I'll be honest about it. I'll tell you exactly why I'm not talking. That's just the way I am. I always appreciated honesty because no one was honest with me ever in my entire life. I love this thing. It's the only ruler I have that measures centimeters. I use it to measure everything I'm ordering because half the time the part numbers don't ever show up correctly. Or ever, if ever. Dum, dum, dum. So my plans got stalled. I was fixing the car, and the belt got blown. So I didn't know that was going to happen. So of course I didn't have the parts pre-ordered, and I ordered this belt. And lately, I have to say, Rock Auto's been cheating me. I don't know why they've been doing that. Like this is a defect belt. How can you tell? Oh, come on, it's obvious. Right there. It was misaligned on the cutting thing, so that the strap is... This belt's going to fail. Probably sooner than later, but, you know, it'll get by for now. See that? It was misaligned on the machine. So this is a failure belt. It's a reject. This would have been thrown out. This part. And they sold it. You can see the cut was wrong. You see that? How the wording is misaligned? So this belt will fail. There's no doubt about it. Now, I've got a situation where I have to send this part back and wait another 2 weeks for a replacement that may be from the exact same lot in exactly the same condition. Those parts people have always done good. I mean, they've done me good. They've given me the stuff that I need and exactly the stuff that fits like you're supposed to. Except this year. This year has been a disaster from ordering from this company. Right? I ordered an O2 sensor. I should have ordered 2, but I couldn't afford it. It's just the internal heating mechanism of one of the sensors is gone, so it's registering that the sensor is broken, and that's why there's 4 wires. You always know it has a heater in it when it has 4 wires in it. They have 3-wire heaters that I guess they just run the ground through the actual device itself, which I don't know how the reading can be accurate when you do that. Anyway, I ordered this, right? This is how it came. And I kid you not. It says, okay, no refund return if bag is opened. This is how the bag came, exactly like this. So, somebody stuffed this without the anti-seize compound that comes in the back. Just that. And this looks used. It looks like somebody used it and stuffed it back in here. Why? I don't know. I have no idea. That's confusing to me. Why someone would do that. Why would they take the anti-seize out of it and then send it to me? It's confusing. But anyway, I have anti-seize compound, so I'm not going to waste another 2 weeks on a return just for that. But it makes you wonder why people do shit like that. That is the bad thing about that company, is you can't talk to a living person to get any recourse. But the reality is, you know, the amount you're getting parts for what they should be, because that company still makes a killing off of their auto parts. They still make good money. It's just they don't do like O'Reilly and Advanced and AutoZone. They don't mark it up 5 times the suggested retail price. Anytime you have a manufacturer suggested retail price, which is what MSRP is, it means that they're making minimum 100% profit on it. minimum. So I always plant these in memory of my dog. This is my first dog. I always miss her. She was a crazy little, you know what. Bad part is I didn't know that this is a vine. It's a creeping vine, so it grows really fast and it grows up. If you set like a trellis, if you put posts in the ground and you put wood and you plant this right all along it, it'll grow all up it and it'll bloom. It's really nice. You just don't see stuff like that around here. But anyway, there's nothing else to say, right? I got to get the parts from these people because I can't afford a 5 times markup on it, which means I got to put up with the whole, you know, waiting half a month for return stuff. There's not much choice. I've always wondered why. I guess it's the cost of a storefront. The cost of a storefront must be astronomical, so they have to mark it up 5 times the retail price. But that makes it a problem when you want to do a rebuild or something, you know, and you live in a tiny shanty shack and you have no garage, and it's impossible. Most mechanics who live in duplexes will rent out a space, but I'm not a professional mechanic. You see, I have the books, which are usually always wrong, which is another beef that I have with American knowledge and know-how, is all their automotive books that they sell always have incorrect information in them. Always. So, just to be clear about air conditioning. Air conditioning is for fat people because they don't like sweat. It's the truth. And I can understand that. I can, because man, oh man, it gets, you know, when it's like 120 degrees in the car and you're about to pass out, it's nice to have air conditioning. So, this is a compressor that fits the car, and it does move freely. It has been turned over multiple times, but hopefully the seals, the GPD. Okay, see right there? It's PAG 46 oil, so it's 46 polyalkylene glycol. It's all glycol. All glycol oil is the same. It's just polyalkylene glycol has been catalyzed with sodium hydroxide. It's been catalyzed with sodium hydroxide instead of something else. You get a pure oil if you catalyze it with something else. You'll get a polyester if you get it catalyzed with the other chemical, which at this point I don't remember because I didn't need to. My brain only remembers what I need to remember. So, Dodge says, according to their spec sheets, and according to all of the 2 automotive books, the Hamilton book and the Haynes book, both of those manuals, and a Chilton, by the way, they all say that the compressor requires 10 ounces if it's dual, and it requires a PAG 100, not 46, but PAG 100. Now, I'm confused because the manufacturer sent this with PAG 46, and everyone says that you should put 46 viscosity in if that's what the manufacturer recommends because they design the internals of the compressor differently. Now, of course, I know that's bullshit, but I also do know that the #1 leading cause of failure for compressors is oil. That's the #1 cause. It's the reason why it always fails. It's because it either doesn't have oil in it or it's got the wrong viscosity oil. And it causes the pistons to heat up on it too much and they crack. Or sometimes it's just failure because of low quality. It's got low quality steel in the pistons. The pistons I think are aluminum now. And they have it has different characteristics So I would have to take this apart to see the machining specifics of how it's made to know the difference between that one and the one that's out back. But I know they're two different compressors. Physically, they're the same size. It's just they have a different type of clutch mechanism on the front. So I'm left with these manuals that I've purchased that tell me that I have to put PAG 100 in the system versus the manufacturer who sent me this that says that I need to put PAG 46 in it. Now I'm just going to follow what the manufacturer says, and I could be wrong and it could fry this compressor, but that's what I'm going to do. Just because I know the lower viscosity means that the pump will be able to pump faster, and I don't know if the pump in this has smaller pistons and needs to move quicker. There could be some specific particular reason as to why it's that way. So, you know, they don't tell you that. They always, in America, they mark everything as trade secrets and intellectual property, except when they're stealing from you. Then it, you know, it's no one cares. They make you fight for it. What is this? Brackets. Anyway. That's all there is. Hopefully I'll get this done. I'm going to upload some more videos of what the internals look like. No one's ever filmed doing the rear TXV valve on a Durango. I've already checked. So I'm actually going to make a video about that and upload it.